Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee, for tonight's Ohio Valley League action between the visitors from Madisonville, Kentucky. Madisonville Miners taking on the Full Count Rhythm. The top and the bottom of the Ohio Valley League standings. Full Count 19-7 in first place. Madisonville 9-19 after going 4-0 at the beginning of the year. They are now 5 wins in their last 24 games. Did get a victory last night against the Fulton Railroaders, 12-6. And tonight will be the 6th meeting between these two clubs. Rhythm with a 4-1 record overall. In 2025, prior to this was the only team that Full Count had not had a winning record against prior to the season. 4-5 against the Madisonville Miners. Haven't played them as often as other teams. As one year they were in 2 different divisions, so didn't play as many games against the Miners or the Henderson Flash. But 8-6 all time now. Full Count over Madisonville. Full Count got its 150th victory in now its 5th year of competition. Madisonville all time, by my calculations, shows a 258 wins against 324 losses. That is since they were one of the first 4 teams in the new Ohio Valley League in 2011. Rhythm with the 17-2 victory over Hoptown yesterday in Hopkinsville, and the second Mercy Rule win on a 4th of July for Full Count 4 years ago yesterday. Got the 14-2 victory against the DuBois County Bombers, now playing in the Prospect League in their 2nd year. The Rhythm 1 year in the Prospect League and then back to the Ohio Valley League to make it a 6-team league. Corbin Crosby got his first victory. He went 1-0, and Peyton Vaught, although it doesn't show in Game Changer, got a 3-inning save, his 2nd of the year. Full Count 17 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Hoptown, they had trouble fielding the baseball. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 7 errors on my score sheet in yesterday's contest. Our umpires have made it to the field. The Rhythm wearing their red top and their white pants. Ken Stegall running down stairs. Our official scorer. Wonder if he thought I didn't have the umpires' names already. I do have it, Ken. He's asking Christian Moffitt as he comes over. Find out where everybody is. Behind the plate will be Chris Judkins. John Higdon will be down at first base. He was at Hoptown yesterday, handled third base. And Christian Moffitt will be down the third base line. 3 veteran umpires here at Drakes Creek Park tonight for the 27th game of the year for Full Count. It is the 29th game of the year for Madisonville. We'll take a break. We'll hear from about Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. And we'll get back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups right after this.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors. Coached by Brian Campbell. He's assisted by Braden Taylor and Sean Checks. Leading off, playing second base, Pete Britton. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Coulter Hamilton. Noah Burning with a couple of home runs in yesterday's victory is at third base. Batting third, Nazir Bergen in center field hitting cleanup. Dominic Maldette is behind the plate, batting fifth. Dylan Toller, the DH, hits sixth. Batting seventh, Ian Cartwright playing right field. Cooper Wright at first base. He hits eighth. And batting ninth, Cliff Weisinger, the second, playing left field. Wyatt Burris on the mound for the Miners. Wyatt's first start of the year. He's from Farmland, Indiana, and plays his baseball at Vincennes University. Burris comes in with an 0-2 record. This is his sixth appearance of the year. First start, 9 2/3 innings, giving up 17 hits, 17 runs. 16 of those are earned. Walked 5, struck out 12, has plunked 2 batters, and almost a 15 ERA. The left-hander will face the Rhythm lineup that looks like this. Lou DeLessio in center field. Batting first, John Paul Head in right field, hitting second. Devin McCarron at shortstop. He'll bat third. And in the cleanup role today is Nolan Sargent playing left field. Jake Turr handles third base in tonight's game. He'll bat fifth. Blake Carter at first base, hitting sixth. Landon Ward behind the plate, bats seventh. And the DH hitting eighth is Elijah Stockton. Batting ninth in his final game of the year for the Full Count Rhythm is Cade Moore. He'll play second base. And on the mound for Full Count, Logan Harrell for his sixth start of the year. It's his eighth appearance. He has a 2-0 record in 22 1/3 innings. He's given up only 16 hits, 11 runs. 8 of those are earned. Has walked 8, struck out 4 times that many, 32, which leads the club. Has given up 1 long ball and plunked 4 batters. 3.22 ERA for the right-hander from Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville, Tennessee. 6'3", 205 pounds. He's a right-hander, a rising junior for Coach Chase Sane, the head coach at Trevecca. And he's assisted by Josh Carmen, who's the head coach of the Full Count Rhythm, also the general manager. Jimmy Gamboa is the pitching coach. And assisting coaches Carson Howard and Jonah Smithson for the 19-7 Full Count Rhythm. The 4th year that Full Count has played in the Ohio Valley League. And in the first 3 years, 2021, 22, and 23, the Rhythm have been in the championship round. Year number 1, they lost 2 games to the DuBois County Bombers. In years 2 and 3, defeated the Bombers for their first championship and then defeated the Henderson Flash up in Henderson to get their second straight championship. Henderson, the reigning champion from last year, they defeated the Fulton Railroaders 2-1 to get their first championship. Got in the league in 2016, I believe. If only I had that memorized. Henderson came in 2017. And I already had those for you. I saw you running down there, and I said, oh, he's going to get the umpires. I already got it. It is prayer time, and we will carry that.
And thankful for such a beautiful day you enjoy. We ask for your protection over the players, coaches, and umpires tonight. And may all we do bring glory to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Okay, we're gonna do it this one time anyway.
We're having some issues with our national anthem here. It's not the first time we've had it before. It is a temperamental song, apparently. Now it's back. We were hearing it up here in the press box.
Not right now.
We'll be right back. Extra special national anthem here on this 4th of July. We had to make sure that everybody around was standing in that attention before we could get that national anthem started. Now that everybody's stiff, we'll have to stretch again before the game. Tim Ferguson not here tonight. Kevin Christwell handling it. I'm sure he appreciates the shout out now. Let me just tell you, Kevin, that national anthem has gotten many a people. I don't think it has not gotten a guest public address announcer yet. So you're right in with the rest of the group. Apparently, there is something finicky there. As we are moments away from some baseball in the Ohio Valley League, getting the late start due to the technical issues that we had. Here, Logan Harrell out on the mound. He'll be throwing to Landon Ward.
And now the starting defensive lineup for your full count rhythm.
Count has taken the field.
In right field.
Let's see.
Who
Who is listening in? We've got Facebook. We've got YouTube. Nope. Tony Stockton has checked in. She's on Facebook. Glad to have Elijah's mother here, but I'm guessing she's also in attendance. She just lives in Gallatin. That's not far. It's just down the road, and Elijah is in the lineup today. The designated hitter plays at Kentucky Wesleyan. Yes.
Holding down first base. Number 4, Blake Porter.
My lovely wife on the directing and producing. Stalking, I don't know what you're saying, though. Okay. Hey, Myers is here. Okay. I needed you to repeat that. And also the Reeses and the Snapkas are here in attendance. Wilson has Eli and Lucy. Eli will be with his cousin Reese Snapka up from Mississippi, and they'll be trying to track down every foul ball tonight. And they even have a couple more cousins that are here. Grayson and Avery Kimbrough. Avery was one of the kids campers. Eli was also a kids camper, and Reese Snapka was supposed to be, but he got picked up on an all-star team and was playing baseball instead of camping. Over 250 campers at the 4-day kids camp back at the beginning of June. We are about set. Pete Britton stands in for his 28th game of the year, and that leads everybody as the first pitch grounds out to Cade Moore. 1 pitch, 1 out. Moore came in hitting .327 for the Miners. Britton came in hitting .327. Moore's hitting about .270. Britton from Oakland City University, Diedrich, Illinois, is the first out. Coulter Hamilton, one of the top hitters, in the league stands in. Good-looking kid, 26 games played. He's hitting .343. Takes a pitch right down the can for a called strike. Hamilton from Brownsburg, Indiana, plays at Indiana University Southeast. 34 hits on the year. Takes a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Hamilton's second in the league in total hits. He's 6 behind John Paul Head. 0-2 pitch. This is outside. Hamilton, 3 doubles, a triple, hit his first home run, I believe, in last night's game. 19 RBIs. He's been plunked 10 times, which is tops in the Ohio Valley League. 1-2 pitch. Tapper foul toward the rhythm dugout. Josh Carmen will handle that. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Noah Burning. Swing and a miss, and missing the ball. Ward can't find it, and Hamilton will reach a strikeout. Do we go pass ball there on that, or we just go 82? So pass ball, even if you just can't locate it, or okay, just a pass ball. So a Safeware strikeout, but a pass ball allows Hamilton to reach. His conversation with Ken Stegall of the official score for tonight's game. Noah Burning. We have 1 out and 1 on here as the 3-hole hitter Noah Burning stands in. He swings, and there's a first AAA autoglass foul ball off to the left side over by the Kona Ice food truck. Fried green tomatoes is also here. Left-handed hitting third baseman Noah Burning. Fastball outside. Hamilton at first base, one of the top base stealers in the league. Actually is the top base stealer. 15 for 17. Second is TK Madera for the Paducah Chiefs. 1-1 pitch. He does not go, and the pitch misses outside. Nolan Sargent in left, Lou DeLessio in center, John Paul Head in right. Jake Turr is at third. Devin McCarron at shortstop. Cade Moore at second. Blake Carter at first base. Landon Ward behind the plate, catching Logan Harrell. 2-1 pitch coming to Burning. That ball's well struck out to right field. John Paul Head's on his horse, and that will hit off the base of the fence. Cruising into second base with a 1-out double is Burning. That's his first double of the year. And runners at second and third with 1 out, and Nazir Bergen stands in. So the runner at third, Coulter Hamilton, reached on a strikeout and a pass ball, and Noah Burning hit one about as far as you can hit one in right center field without it leaving the yard. It's at 345 out there. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch by Bergen. Saw Nazir a couple of years ago when he was with Madisonville, and I think he was leaving Johnson University. He ended up heading to Campbellsville. He hits that one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. John Paul Head up with it and gets it back in. And an RBI single for Bergen. That's an unearned run. Burning goes over to third base. Runners at the corners. Madisonville takes the early lead. 2 hits now for Madisonville, and one of the newest minors, Dominic Maldet, is first time I've seen him. He's going to take a strike on the outside corner. I have no idea where he plays. He just showed up on Game Changer. If only somebody out there, Jay Myers, runner from first goes, they're going to throw down to second, and if he got the ball, he's going to be out. And Landon Ward just rifled out Nazir Bergen, caught stealing. Nice catch of the baseball by Cade Moore, and that's now 2 outs. And a runner stays at third. Aldette, University of Montevallo. He's a Falcon. 1-1 pitch. Turns into a 1-2. I know people from University of Montevallo. Former full count rhythm player Ethan Huddleston just finished his career from Montevallo, just south of Birmingham. 1-2 pitch. Popped down to right field. It will go foul. Will it stay in? It will not. It is available. A AAA autoglass foul ball. And there's Reese Snapka down there just not paying attention. You're late to the party, Reese. 6 games Maldette has played in. He's hitting .200. Runner at third, 1-2 count. Tapper foul. Wanted to be at the ballpark and hear your daughter talking to her kids, our grandkids, right in front of the press box. She's from Mississippi. They're going home tomorrow. We won't hear her for several months again. It's popped out to right center field. Head with a dive. He can't get there. Tried to make it. Maldette's going to head to second base and slide in safely with an RBI double. And the Miners lead 2-0. That was a flare that John Paul had, a do or die there, and a good decision to at least try. And that's 3 straight hits for Madisonville. They lead 2-0. Dylan Toller, another left-handed batter, stands in. Playing in his 25th game for Madisonville. Takes a breaking pitch on the outside corner as a couple of unearned runs have come in here in the top of the first. Somebody singing "We Will Rock You" down there. I think that's Sloaney. 89 degrees, feels like 98 here in Hendersonville. Didn't get our game time temperature. We had a huge group of people, Reese's and Snapkas and Kimbros, that came up into the press box before the game. Game time temperature brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. They're not open today or tomorrow. 1-1 breaking pitch in there for a called strike. They'll be available on Monday. You can go to Stitches by Cindy, CYNDI at gmail.com or stitchesbycindy.com. Or you can just go to their house, 114 Meadowview Drive in Hendersonville. Pick out some things that have already been embroidered, or you can take her something. She'll do it for you. AAA autoglass foul ball off to field number 2. Got a big young girls softball tournament that's been taking place here all week long. Not sure if it's culminating today or tomorrow. Logan Harrell trying to get out of the inning, throwing a lot more pitches than he should have. The pass ball and the strikeout, he should have been out on the caught stealing. But the bloop double by Dominic Maldette proved to be a problem. There's a ground ball off the foot of Harrell, and he's going to try to throw, get it out of his glove, and they get him. Blake Carter makes the catch about shoulder height from Toller. Nice play there by Logan Harrell, a kick save and a butte to end the first inning. 2 unearned runs on 3 hits. No errors. Fastball is considered an error, but not shown in that category. And one runner is left on base. Heading to the bottom of the first, Madisonville with a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Susan Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. This is the day that Susan wishes she was not doing the directing and producing of the show, since 5 of her grandkids, all 5 of them, are here at the ballpark, and she can't go out there and see them and talk to them and have fun with them. But she's been having fun with them since Wednesday. They've been showing up pretty regular. 3 of them staying at the house. Dominic Maldat is from Gulf Shores, Alabama. 5'10". It doesn't show the height on the Montevallo roster. He is a teammate there with Ian Cartwright of the Madisonville Miners. From Alexandria, Alabama. Let's see where it says Cartwright is from. It does say he's from the University of Montevallo. Do they have another on this? They do not. Lou D'Alessio stands in. He got 2 hits in his first 2 at-bats in yesterday's game up at Hoptown. And he swings at the first pitch, grounds one to the backhand, and a throw to first, dug out of the turf by Cooper Wright. Nice play there by Pete Britton to retire D'Alessio, is trying to get an infield single. 4-3, put a star by that one for Britton and Toller. Sorry, and Wright. Kohler's the DH tonight. John Paul Head takes ball 1. John Paul leading the conference, the league, in hitting. 465, I have him. Takes a called strike. Leading in runs scored with 30, leading in hits with 40. Tied for the doubles lead with 8, he and Hayden Jones. Rounds one, a chopper. Burning stays back, and they're not going to get Head there. Infield single for John Paul Head as he had 3 hits in yesterday's game against Hoptown. Like I said, he had 1 hit. He had 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Devin McCarron will step to the plate. McCarron hitting .421, playing in his 6th game of the year. Slow breaking pitch, misses low and outside. McCarron heading to Mercer University. He has 8 hits in his first 5 games with the Rhythm. The 1-0. Again low. Devin hit his first home run of the year for Full Count. It was a 3-run homer in the 6-run 7th that put Full Count out to stay 17-2. That one nips the outside edge. He had a single, a double, and a home run in that ball game. Scored 4 runs. He and Jake Merrick, who is not playing today, each scored 4. But Devin drove in 4 with his 3 hits. He also walked. Staying patient at the plate with the left-hander Wyatt Burris. Now going to a 3-ball, 1-strike count. On deck, Nolan Sargent. Sliced foul. It's a AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side.
That's a AAA autoglass foul ball.
Some big kids going after that one. I don't think they have an idea as to where it is. They don't. They're hunting in the wrong spot. We can see it from up here in the press box, though. The rhythm section. Full count Ministries, full count to Devin McCarron. Chopper, that's going to be up the middle. Britton steps on second, throws to first, and McCarron just beats it out. Just a little too slowly hit to turn the double play. Britton fielded the ball half a step from second base. Retires John Paul Head for out number 2. Kind of surprised John Paul didn't try to steal in that at-bat. Nolan Sargent looking for a new place at Belmont this past year, but in the portal, and I think he's made his decision probably in his own head. He just hasn't made the announcement, at least to me. Trace Simmons has told me today, though, as that slow breaking pitch misses inside. Trace Simmons is committed to Pellissippi State, leaving Lincoln Memorial University, heading into the JUCO realm. Pellissippi State located in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sargent swings and foul tips that one into the mitt of Maldette. A little warm here in Hendersonville today. Thankfully, the sun has gone down. It should cool off as it sets over the right field fence. 1-1. High and tight to Sargent. Nolan playing in his 18th game of the year. A dozen hits, including 2 doubles, a triple, 5 RBIs. Playing left field today. Full count down 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Drills that one foul. Carson Howard coaching down at first base. Jimmy Gamboa handling third base coaching duties tonight. Jonah Smithson is away from the club for a couple of days. There's been some movement in the full count roster over the last few days. Dawson Sweeney of Trevecca and Jonah Smithson of Trevecca have been taken off the roster. They may get back toward the end of the year. Another ground ball foul past the Madisonville Miners dugout. Cade Moore telling me that today is his last game. He's also a Trevecca Trojan. On deck, Jake Turer with a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Sargent. McCarron staying close to the bag over at first base, but he'll be off with the pitch here as a full count Ministries full count. Maldette calls timeout. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game, along with our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate is our title sponsor, Todd and Linda Hundley, and although their folks do a great job as the full count pitch sweeps away from the plate for ball 4. And Turer will get an at-bat here in the bottom of the first. D'Alessio grounded out. John Paul Head had a chopper down to third for an infield single, but he was erased on a fielder's choice off the bat of Devin McCarron. Now a 2-out walk brings Turer to the plate. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Jake from Tampa, Florida, goes to the University of Tampa, playing in his 15th game with the Rhythm. One extra base hit. It was a home run, but it's not showing up yet on Game Changer because they, for some reason, have not fully finalized the game that happened a week from yesterday, the 10-2 victory by Full Count. It's on my score sheet, though. He's got 10 RBIs to go along with it. Looks at a breaking pitch that's down. Karen at second, Sargent at first. Both like to run. Turner hitting .212. Burris delivers in another AAA autoglass foul ball. Now the young guys down there have gotten smart. They're standing up and watching the ball off the bat down the right field line. Let's see if they're bringing the balls back, though. Ken, that's your job. You got to watch that. You're on the left. You got to look to the right. You can't do that, too? You can't see. Sitting in that low chair. Ground ball to the right side. It's going to sneak on through. Bergen has it. They're going to throw to the plate, and it is high, but Maldette hauls it in, and the bases are going to be loaded. Turer picks up the second hit of the inning. Just got by the glove of Pete Britton, but Ian Cartwright, I said Bergen, he's in center field. Cartwright in right field makes the throw. Now the bases loaded with red shirts. And nothing says Full Count Rhythm like a red jersey. This is their, their third jersey, right? Alternate jersey. Blake Carter swings at the first pitch. He hit an opposite field home run yesterday up at Hoptown. And who's calling yard card? Ken Stegall calling yard card here early. Rhythm have yet to hit a grand slam. Ken Stegall feeling it right here in the first. Carter was 1 for 5 in yesterday's game. He led off that 7th inning with his second home run of the year. He has hit one here or has he? Yeah, Blake Carter hit. Did he hit the first one here? Did he hit the first home run here? I think he did. From Lipscomb University. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. He's got Wyatt Burris right where he wants him on a 1-1 pitch. A chopper to the left side, burning gloves, and throws right to right for the third out. There goes Ken Stegall's yard card for the night. He gets it over early. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We're through 1. Scheduled for 9 here at Drakes Creek Park. We'll be right back after this break.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Logan Harrell back out for the top of the second. Vicki Maloney's checked in. Super fan. She's here every night. Jay Meyer said he didn't hear that question. I'm sorry, Jay. Question was, where did Dominic Maldette play his college baseball? All I had was name and number, but Ken Criswell, our PA man, he's all over it. Pulled up Montevallo. First pitch delivered to the Montevallo Falcon, Ian Cartwright, is a little tight for his liking. Cartwright takes ball 2 in the turf. He's from Alexandria, Alabama. Where's number 1 for the Falcons? Looks at a breaking pitch over the plate for a called strike. Line drive, base hit into right field. That's the 4th hit of the ball game for Madisonville. Cartwright came in hitting .206, so he's happy to see the ball land in the outfield safely. Does have 3 doubles and 8 RBIs. Cooper Wright stands in, playing in his 25th game of the year. A lot of these players have played a lot of games. He's squaring around the bunt early and pulls the bat back. He's hitting 171, so anytime he can get on, he wants to. Popped up, that'll get on the roof. And hop off for a AAA Autoglass foul ball over toward the Fried Green Tomatoes food truck. Ken, they didn't get here early enough for you to get dinner. They were a little late arriving at the ballpark. 0-1, down low. Frosted Luau, they're really late. They're not even coming tonight. They won't be here until the second to last home game. I believe it's a week from today that we're going to have the Hendersonville Firefighters Association game that they're going to be auctioning off their uniforms. They are hosting that night. Chris Wheelyard and his folks. 1-2 pitch coming to Cooper Wright. Blocked, but Landon Ward's not going to be able to make a throw at second base there. That'll be a wild pitch. That moves Cartwright over to second. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harrell leads the club in strikeouts. He's got 33. People sneaking up behind me. I'm not paranoid. I like to sit in the corner. Another ball pops out of the glove of Landon Ward. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. At nighttime, I can see the reflection and possibly see people that are behind, but got more folks up here in the press box today. Not that I've ever had anybody come up behind me and choke me to death, but they've come close and they've tried, Ken. Full count pitch. Ground ball foul. Off of the hands of Cooper Wright. Cooper from Lakeland, Florida. Goes to LaGrange College. Client of the scores table. LaGrange is located in Georgia. LaGrange, Georgia. That's the home of Landon Tucker, a former Vol State Pioneer pitcher, whose birthday's coming up this month. Another tapper foul. That might have got a piece of Landon Ward. Lord Jesus, please help Landon Ward. Landon Ward is from Lee University. He's from Gallatin. He plays baseball at Lee University. So there's a fly. You got to get him. Oh, too slow. AAA Autoglass foul ball toward the full count bullpen. There goes Reese. Don't skin up a knee on the concrete, buddy. Get it. Get after it. Our 7-year-old grandson, we had got some work in at the Framework Athletics today. There's a ground ball to short, and it's through. D'Alessio gets to it quickly and gets it to the cutoff man, and Cooper Wright picks up a base hit. Devin McCarron looked like he had it, but I think he was screened by the runner, Ian Cartwright. and could not get there. So with nobody out here in the top of the second, Cliff Weisinger II stands in. Leads their club in walks and strikeouts. 22 walks on the year, 40 strikeouts. Leads the Ohio Valley League. Runner at first with a delayed steal swing or a strike call anyway. No throw to second. Stolen bag for right. Ward bluffed the throw to second base. Looked down at third to see if Cartwright was taking off. Now the corners, at least first base has moved in front of the bag. Weisinger takes strike two. He's from McDonough, Georgia. Plays his baseball at Auburn University at Montgomery, AUM. Paducah Chiefs playing at Hoptown tonight. Henderson is at Fulton in other OVL action. Breaking pitch just a little high. Madisonville wearing their white pants and black tops. You don't normally see visiting teams wearing white pants. Breaking pitch, that's going to ring up Clifford Weisinger II for a Safeway strikeout. He goes down looking. Second of the ball game for Logan Harrell. And that's out number one. Now Pete Britton, who grounded out to second base on the first pitch he saw in the top of the first, stands in. Hitting .327. He's got 32 hits, 3 doubles, 12 RBIs. He hits one weakly up the middle. That's going to score a run. McCarron gloves and throws Britton out. It's an RBI ground out. And Madisonville leads 3-0. Cooper Wright moves over to third base with 2 outs. Coulter Hamilton's dad came up to me after the last time we were up in Madisonville and had nice comments about the broadcast, and appreciate him saying that. I assume they're in Brownsburg, Indiana, listening in tonight. The Myers are not in White House. They're here at the ball game tonight. Breaking pitch stays high to Hamilton. He struck out, but yet he scored the first run of the game. How, do you ask? No, you ask how? How? Well, it was a pass ball. The catcher allowed him to get on base. He didn't pass that ball very far. He just couldn't find it. I'm guessing Landon Ward's not real good at the Easter egg hunt. That ball was just to his left in the right-handed batter's box. The umpire would not help him. Chris Judkins did not assist him and say, hey, look left, look left. Didn't do it. That's because Chris Judkins is a professional, and he is an unbiased part of this ball game. 2-0 pitch. Stays inside. Harold trying that breaking pitch to Coulter Hamilton. Paducah Chiefs leading the Hoptown Hoppers 2-0 early in that game. The Flash up 2-1 over the Railroaders. 3-0. That is in there at the knees for a called strike. The Miners trying to get their second win in 6 attempts against Full Count. Lifting out to shallow right center field. Who's going to get it? Nobody. D'Alessio and Paul Head, it looked like you got it, I'll take it, or I got it, you take it. But it falls in between. Neither one of them really took charge, but it might have been closer to John Paul, but I don't think he wanted to dive for it with D'Alessio coming hard, but that's an RBI single for Hamilton. They've been wearing that right center field out. Jimmy Gamboa will come out for a chat with Harrell, who's now delivered 23 pitches in this inning after 24 in the first. Jimmy Gamboa from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's in his second year as the pitching coach for Full Count. Had his first pitching coach job at Emory and Henry in Abingdon, Virginia this past year. Now Noah Burning, who doubled in off the wall out in right center field, stands in off the United Machine and Tool sign. Out right next to the Country Hills Golf Course sign where my son-in-law is playing. AAA autoglass foul ball off to the left side. I see nobody. Oh, it hit off the screen. Okay. There we go. I thought I saw it go over, but I think that's head coach Brian Campbell who came over. But no, it didn't. Brian Campbell's down at third base. Chopper to short. Got to be quick, and Devin McCarron is for out number 3. Karen trying to work in at shortstop, as that's where Mercer would like to see him play. Doing a good job over there. A couple of assists in this inning. 2 runs come in again for Madisonville on 3 hits. They have 6 now. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the second. See if we can dip into this 4-0 deficit. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Let's get some runs, boys. Down by 4, that's far enough. Landon Ward, don't call me Lord. He's been on a couple mission trips for Full Count Ministries down in Nicaragua. Was involved in Full Count discipleship group at Gallatin High School. Tanner Sandell was his mentor, his leader at that point. I think he's probably his mentor even now. Each of the players on Full Count have a mentor. And Tanner Sandell, who is here at the ballpark, is, in fact. There's an easy AAA autoglass foul ball. Who's on that one? Nobody.
AAA autoglass.
Ward down on the count 0-2. The son of Brandon and April Ward. Brother to Lily and Layla. That one goes down, and it's going to be a souvenir for a lucky fan. They can bring it to the merch pavilion, get a AAA autoglass squishy ball. Hello to Duda and T Nana. Also Paw and Nana. They're all in Gallatin, right down the road from Drakes Creek Park. Landon 5'7", 170 rising redshirt freshman at Lee University. A business major over there in Cleveland, Tennessee. Ground ball to the right side and a big hop to Cooper Wright, flip to Burris, and apparently he stepped on the base. Jonathan Higdon pointed right to the spot that he stepped. That hit something, maybe a seam in the carpet. If you're not familiar with Drakes Creek, it is an artificial turf infield. Elijah Stockton will stand in. He's the DH tonight. Elijah, a Panther from Kentucky Wesleyan. They like to wear purple up there in Owensboro. 5'10", 190 pounds. He's from right down the road in Gallatin as well. Went to Friendship Christian High School. Eric and Tony Stockton are his parents. He grounds one foul to Carson Howard, the best fielding base coach in the league. He is a brother to Graham, Ellie, and Evan, grandson of Grandma, who used to live in Chicago, now lives in Gallatin, and also Papa and Mimi. They're both in Warner Robins as he places one out in a shallow right field. He's playing the Madisonville Miners game. Base hit for Stockton. One out, knock, brings up Cade Moore. Third hit of the game for full count. Cade Moore hasn't played in a little bit. Getting his last action in, playing in game number 17. First pitch swinging, fouls one over toward field number 4. Heads up over there. AAA Autoglass foul ball, thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Avery Kimbrough out after that one. More grounds, one to third. Burning's been busy. Over to second for one, on to first. They're not going to get more there. He runs too fast. But Stockton is out 5-4 on the force for out number 2. Moore very active early on the bases. He's 9 for 9 in stolen bases. Lou D'Alessio comes to the plate. I would expect to see more on the run, even with the left-handed pitching out on the mound. Wyatt Burris, he does not go on the first pitch, and D'Alessio takes a called strike right down the can. First start of the year for Wyatt Burris. He's only gone 9 2/3 innings in his 5 previous relief appearances. It has been knocked around pretty good bit. Full count having a little trouble as Moore popping off the base does not go, and D'Alessio fouls a pitch off the pole. He's down in the count 0-2. I'm going to call a throw over to first pickoff attempt card. I'm going to say Wyatt Burris is going to try to pick off Cade Moore right here. Moore wants to get to second base. D'Alessio's got a little pop in his bat. He's got a couple of home runs on the season, but that's not his game. Base hitting is his game. And Moore would like to be at second base when he gets a hit. Nope, he doesn't throw over.
And in your card.
And in my throw over to first base card. Pickoff attempt, POA. There you go. Suze, use your pickoff attempt card right now. I'll pay for it.
Hard idea about.
Not with a rhythm batter at the plate. Andrew wants a K card for a rhythm batter. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, throw down. Not a time. I was thinking along with Cade Moore there, though. Stolen bag for Cade, and he now is in double digits. 10 for 10.
Not for the rhythm, but I'm just saying, since we don't get a lot of homers around here.
There are a lot more strikeouts.
Some wins every now and then.
D'Alessio grounded out to second. He's going to take off. Cade Moore is, and a swing and a miss by D'Alessio. He did not get a piece of that, says Chris Judkins. And Andrew Holmes, he's just predicting strikeouts for Madisonville Miners. Can't believe he's doing that. First strikeout for Wyatt Burris. Stranded is Cade Moore. 1 hit in the inning, no runs. We are through 2 in the rhythm. There's a bad pattern going on up there on the scoreboard. 2 apiece. Inning 1 and 2 for Madisonville. Zeros on the board for a full count. We'll be right back for the third.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Top of the third, Madisonville will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Nazir Bergen, Dominic Maldette, and Dylan Toller to face Logan Harrell out for his third inning. Girls softball players all over the park here at Drakes Creek. It is a quad of parks. This is the high school baseball field that the Rhythm play on for Hendersonville as Harrell bends in one over the plate. 1-1 is the count. Bergen, RBI single. Takes a fastball up. I want to say, so I will, Nazir Bergen is now at Jackson State University. He wasn't at Campbellsville. He was at Lindsey Wilson as he swings and foul tips that one into the mitt. I was close. I was in the area. It's within 8 miles of each other. Is that right? Okay, I thought it. Swing and a miss on a ball in the turf. Throw down to first base to finalize that Safeware strikeout. Third of the game for Harrell. And it makes his dad, who works for Safeware, very happy. Son of Mike and Amy Harrell. Big brother to Kaylee. He's got a pawpaw in Hendersonville. And a grandpa and a grandma, they're also in Hendersonville. As Landon Ward hops one out to him. Logan didn't think he ought to try to get in front of that one, stop it with his chest. Good move. Maldette hit a bloop double out into right center field. John Paul Head tried as hard as he could to make a diving catch, just came up a little bit short. And it got by him. Burning scored on the bloop double. Tried to hold up. They're going to check down at first. Jonathan Higdon says Maldette went, so he's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 runs in the first, they were unearned. The 2 in the second were earned. Breaking pitch right over the plate for a Safeware strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. I didn't hear Andrew Holmes call a K card on either one of those. But I heard him talking about strikeouts when Madisonville was in. All right, so you got a K card here, Andrew? I thought it was a great idea. I just thought it was a bad timing.
Won't call it now, but
No, you're not.
we got it.
You're not going back to back to back. You're not going Ryan Sweeney 12 in a row. Teammate of Logan Harrell's. Bends one, and that misses somewhere. I'm not sure, maybe down. This is the Doug Dorn family. appears to all be here. One of these days, I'm going to learn that middle daughter's name. Vanessa's the oldest daughter. James is the son. Doug and Rebecca and middle kid. 3-0 pitch. Shouldn't have brought it up, so should I? It's a failure. 3-0 turns into a walk. Good call right there, Andrew. Good call. First walk of the game by Logan Harrell. His dad was a former Vol State Pioneer and a Middle Tennessee State University Blue Raider. And I think he's hit bombs in Nicaragua before, too. Frankie pitched to Ian Cartwright in there for a called strike. Cartwright singled to begin the second inning. He scored on a ground out by Pete Britton after reaching second on a wild pitch. Fastball misses up. Oh, they checked down at first. I could hear Jonathan Higdon say no, he did not. Here with a long pause, a nice stop there by Ward on the breaking pitch, and they're going to, they said he went. Wish Judkins, as I hear disdain from the Madisonville Miners side, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was looking at the pitch. I didn't even think about that the batter might attempt. Lines that one foul and over to a heads up, guys down there. They are ready. AAA autoglass foul ball. Which don't want to get together is a AAA autoglass foul ball and a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Nobody likes glass in their chicken sandwich. '29th game of the year for Madisonville. They have played the most games of anybody in the league.
That's good stuff.
Hoptown playing their 28th game. There's Cartwright spoiling pitches from Logan Harrell. Paducah Chiefs are on a 9-game winning streak. They are 15-11 and in second place. And still lead at Hoptown 2-0. Two outs, 1 on, 1-2 pitch, and another foul ball. Rhythm will be on the road tomorrow to Paducah for a doubleheader. See what time that game, 5:30 is game time. We'll be on the air around 5:20. And finally, Logan Harrell gets the swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. As he strikes out the side, that's 5 in the ball game. And the first 0 on the board for Madisonville. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the third, and this is when the rhythm really get going. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Four to nothing, Madisonville leads. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Miners. No runs, 3 hits for the Rhythm. And one of those hit holders is at the plate, John Paul Head. You really like to have him come to the plate with people on base. He's leading off the third. It takes a breaking pitch outside. Infield single in the first inning. That was his 41st hit of the year. That leads the Ohio Valley League. Got his 5th homer in yesterday's game at Hoptown, which ties him with Hayden Jones and now Noah Burning, the third baseman, who picked up 2 home runs last night. So the 3 of them with 5 as he takes a healthy cut there. Comes up empty. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Who's got it? Andrew's going yard card right here on a 1-2 count. I mean, you can count it whenever in a yard card. A swing ground ball to the first baseman. Almost as bad as the sacrifice bunt that Tim Ferguson called yard card on the other day. A check swing just off the bat. He didn't mean to. And a 3 unassisted for out number 1. Now Devin McCarron stands in. So, all right. So Andrew has lost his yard card. Kevin still has his. I still have mine, and my lovely assistant, Susan Reese, still has hers. That basically means I have 2, Ken. Suze, use your yard card. Use your yard card. I want to use mine with the bases loaded. I mean, that's just. That's well struck out to right center. A running catch by Nazir Bergen as McCarron got that one a little bit off the end of the bat. That'll bring up Nolan Sargent with 2 outs and nobody on.
Now batting for the Rhythm, Nolan Sargent.
Sargent walked in the first. He's still looking for his first big fly of the year. Rhythm come in with 19 home runs. I believe that leads the league. If only there was a way we could find out. Nope, it doesn't. Fulton Railroaders as Sargent reaches base for the second time as he gets plunked. First plunking by Burris. That's his 3rd of the year. Fulton Railroaders, 22 home runs. They have 3 players with 4 each. Jacob Lott, Dylan Kuhl, and Chris Henson. Jake Turr singled in the first, but was stranded. Bats here for the second time with 2 outs. Kevin going yard card now with Jake Turr. And another tapper to the first baseman. All right, we got to quit calling yard cards. We are no good at this home run guessing game. No hits in the inning, no runs. That's the important part. 1 runner was left aboard We're a third of the way through this ball game, and Full Count didn't bring their whooping sticks yet. We'll be right back with the top of the fourth. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. As soon as I can read his number. You feeling good about 16, are you? That's Evan Beckman, left-hander out of Wright State. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. He is on in relief of Logan Harrell, who goes 3 innings. 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. Walked a batter, struck out 5. Faced 16. 8, 9, and 1 due up to face Evan Beckman. A lefty-on-lefty matchup with he and Cooper Wright. Gets the call on the first pitch. High, ball 1. Beckman, 6'1", 190-pound redshirt freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. As the fireworks sound like they're going off, there's a called strike. Son of Rick and Tiffany Beckman, brother to Meredith and Avery. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout for Beckman, his first batter that he faces.
Fielder number 3, Clifford Ristinger.
Clifford Weisinger, a strikeout victim in his first plate appearance, stands in. He struck out looking. It takes another called strike. He's got a grandpa in Louisville and also a papa and a Debbie in Louisville. And Mimi. Everybody hangs out in Louisville as Weisinger now down in the count 0-2. Beckman rocks and fires. That's outside. Evan on for his 5th appearance. It's his 4th in relief. 10 2/3 innings. Prior to this, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Walked 4, struck out 12. They had 13 and almost 14 right there. Has hit 4 batters. 3.38 ERA on my score sheets. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. 3 in a row for the Rhythm.
Second baseman number 4, Pete Britton.
Do you know who that is? A little boy walking by. He's just waving up at the press box.
The kid down there. he hit every window. He wanted to make sure he got it.
Ground ball foul to the Rhythm dugout. Mike Harrell, he likes to make the hard calls of yard cards. In the bottom of the 7th, somebody's going to hit a 2-run homer. He doesn't know who it's going to be yet. 0-1 right down Broadway to Pete Britton, who's 0-2. He's grounded out twice. Driven in a run. Mike Harrell, the father of Logan Harrell. He's a longtime listener, and there is another Safeware strikeout. Is 4 in a row, 3 up and 3 down via the K card there. Evan Beckman might be a pretty good yard card call. We are going to the bottom of the 4th. Logan Harrell didn't think we're going to hit a home run. I think we're going to score, though. I think we're going to score in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network on Facebook and YouTube.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Wyatt Burris shutting out the Rhythm here in the first 3 innings. Out for his 4th inning of work. Scattered 3 hits. Has walked a batter and hit a batter. Blake Carter, Landon Ward, Elijah Stockton, 6, 7, and 8 in the Rhythm lineup to face the left-handed pitcher Wyatt Burris. Look like a change up on the outside corner for a called strike. Now down to the count 0-2 is Blake Carter. Somebody called a yard card, a thought for Blake Carter. Was that you, Ken? That means he's going to hit one. He's the one who's going to hit it in the 7th.
Mine on the head is just expecting to hit a home run within the next week. You all right?
Foul ball off to the right side. Heads up, fellas over there. Another AAA Autoglass foul ball. They weren't paying attention that time. They were a little late getting off the stoop over there that they're looking over the fence. They're down there hassling whoever's warming up in the Madisonville Miners bullpen. 1-2. That is a slow roller right back to Burris, who throws on to first. Carter, a couple of ground outs. Now Landon Ward will come to the plate.
Catcher, number 38, Landon Ward.
Ward playing in his 9th game of the year. In a big game. I'm not sure if it's his last game that he played up in Fulton. He had 3 hits in that game. He's got 7 all singles in 25 official plate appearances. Takes ball 1. He has walked 8 times. He's been on base every other time he comes to the plate. So you know what that means. He's getting on base this time. Just stayed in off the top of the fence. He grounded out to the first baseman, who flipped to the pitcher covering. That led off the 2nd inning. That slow breaking pitch winks at the outside corner as it gets by, and now Ward down in the count 1-2. He couldn't have placed that ball any better. Burris doesn't throw it hard as Ward does a good job of fighting that pitch off. He has 1 strikeout in the game. Though coming in, he had more strikeouts than innings pitched in his 5 appearances. Chiefs have extended their lead over Hoptown 3-0. Anderson Flash now up 4-1 over the Railroaders. 1-2. And a swing and a miss on a slow breaking pitch. Second strikeout for Burris. Now 2 outs as Elijah Stockton, who's 1 for 1, steps to the plate.
Hitter number 15.
Rhythm are going to score. They're going to do it with 2 outs. Stockton takes a breaking pitch that, not sure if it missed up. Didn't look like it missed out. A little bit of a late swing there. Saw Elijah at Framework Athletics today when I took Reese up there to take some hacks. 7-year-old grandson in all of these college players. He earned him some money today, hitting the line drive to the back wall. I told him I'd give him a dollar for every line drive he hit to the back wall. It couldn't hit the fence. He earned $4 today. 3 yesterday when we went. I think his favorite thing to do since he's been up here been to go to that Framework Athletics foul ball straight back. And he's done some fun things already. To a birthday party yesterday, swim party with a water slide. Then he went over to Brandon and Brooke Jagger's house for a big slide, a water slide. There's another line drive, and Elijah Stockton is 2 for 2. And he thought about going to second, but put on the brakes. And he is at first base with a 2-out knock. Rhythm with 4 hits, and Stockton has 2 of them. See if that puts him over the 200 mark. Cade Moore reached on a fielder's choice. Takes a called strike. Way over it. Stockton now hitting 222. Fouled off. Ron, let's see. There's Mike Harrell, says I'm calling the yard card in the 7th. It's just now showing up on my Facebook feed. Vicki Penley watching in Greenville, Kentucky. She's the aunt of somebody, and Paula Sims agrees with me. We need some runs. The Madisonville Miners infield was walking off the field on that slow breaking pitch to Cade Moore. I think I would have been walking off too, but it's called a ball, and Moore stays alive. Hard ground ball. Jimmy Gamboa with a token attempt as it kicks off the concrete wall. Noah Burning will retrieve that. Glad to have everybody who's regular attenders here on the Full Count broadcast on Facebook. If you want to let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, please do. Ground ball. That's going to go over to Burris, and his throw to first is wide. Cade Moore picks up a base hit on a chopper to the right of the mound. Down to second goes Stockton. Now full count is almost caught up with Madisonville in hits. But 2 outs, and Lou D'Alessio, top of the lineup, stands in. Blew a couple of hits in his first 2 at-bats in yesterday's game leading off. He's not using the red, white, and blue bat tonight. He's got him a different one. It almost looks pink to go along with his batting gloves and his shin guard. Takes a called strike. And he's now down in the count 0-2. No, that's not pink. That is like a real polished, like a oak color. He's got some bat money. 0-2, chop to the right side. And over to first base goes Britton to retire D'Alessio. He's now 0 for 3, and Rhythm cannot buy a run as they strand 2 more on 2 hits. We're through 4. 4-0. Madisonville leads. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Kelly Burning watching from Brandon, Florida. Wonder who she's rooting for. I bet you it's a guy who's on deck here as Coulter Hamilton's at the plate. Takes a called strike. Hamilton been on base both times he's come to the plate. Glad to have you, Kelly, on the broadcast. Listening in from Brandon, Florida. Hamilton dumped an RBI single into right field his last time at the plate. Ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Bishop State Community College. That's where Noah Burning, he and Noah Campbell. Is there anybody else from Bishop? Last time I was up, there they go. Kobe Anchor, I don't know if he's still on the team or not. Swing and a miss, and a Safeware strikeout gets Coulter Hamilton. That is 5 straight minors that have been retired via the strikeout, and the 4th straight by Evan Beckman. And nobody's called a K card yet. They can't do it with Noah Burning's mom listening in, right? Mary Jane Britton. Probably related in some form or fashion to Pete Britton. First pitch to Burning down low. In the turf. Burning doubled in the first and scored. Grounded out to end the second inning. He's ahead in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Beckman winds, and there's a ground ball. Stopped by Moore, and his throw to first base. Evan Beckman, they do not get the runner. Jonathan Higdon, the umpire, is almost indicating that he didn't step on the base. So a base hit to Burning, and he's now 2 for 3. Count that as an infield single. Nice attempt by Cade Moore. Made the dive and got up and made the throw to Beckman covering. I thought he stepped on first base, but umpire says that he did not. Nazir Bergen at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Takes a breaking pitch for a called strike. He started the string, or the somewhat string, only broken up by a walk by Dylan Toller of strikeouts. Is a big wave there. Logan Harrell struck out all 3 outs in the 3rd. Evan Beckman struck out 3 straight in the 4th and struck out the leadoff batter here, and has just rung up Nazir Bergen with a Safeware strikeout. That was a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And Dominic Maldette will stand in. Is there anybody who, Burning hasn't struck out, Toller hasn't struck out. Only 2 in the lineup for Madisonville have not struck out. 10 strikeouts as Maldette takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. He's 1 for 2. Beckman isn't messing around now. He's just pouring in strikes. Wright State Raiders played in the Vanderbilt region in the NCAA tournament. They took Louisville, I believe, to the brink there in that region. Louisville came out as the winner, and then can't remember. I don't know if they hosted Miami, or I think they hosted Miami. Louisville did, and defeated the Hurricanes and went on to the College World Series. Wright State right in there. One on, 2 out. Maldette playing in his 7th game. And a swing and a miss, and another Safeware strikeout as he strikes out the side again. That's from the Department of Redundancy Department. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Is now the time? We're going to go ahead and keep it right here, Suze. We're going to break up some commercials, and we're just going to make up a full count rhythm spotlight time. What should we talk about this time? How about the lack of grand slams? I'm not going to have a grand slam. Mike Harrell says in the 7th we're going to have a 2-run homer. But grand slam home runs, we have not had one yet this year. In year number 1, there were 3. Matthew Batts hit 2 of them. Carlos Lara had a walk-off grand slam. That was a mercy rule win here back, a little over 4 years ago, July 2nd of 2021. And in season number 2, there were 3 grand slam home runs, one by Drew Robertson, one by Hayden Miller, and one by Hudson Mims. That was in the playoffs. And I don't think I have it for last year, but let's see if I have it for year number 3. Grand slam home runs. There was 2 of them by the same batter, Cooper Holbrook, formerly of Vanderbilt. That was one of them, was also in the playoffs. So a total of 8 in the first 3 years, and I don't have the grand slams from last year in the Prospect League. So 8 grand slams, full count. Probably had, I don't know, a dozen opportunities for a grand salami, just have not had it. So there's your rhythm spotlight between the top of the fifth and the bottom of the fifth. Wyatt Burris out for his fifth inning. And he is going to face a tough go. Not sure if those are heads standing on the platform down there of foul ball getters or if there is some action in the bullpen, but Burris is at 73 pitches and John Paul Head is at the plate. Now's a pretty good time to call yard card. But you guys are out. It's just the Reeses that remain with yard cards. And I think I'm going to save mine. Good thing I did. Tapper to third. Burning charges, throws on the run, and Wright able to keep a toe on the bag. John Paul Head is out 5-3. A chopper to third base. Burning been tearing it up down there. He's had 3 assists in the game. Had another chance on a John Paul Head ground ball earlier. There's another ground ball to the left side. Burning going to get another chance. And he throws high. The tag. Ooh, they say he did not tag McCarron. Pulled him off the base. I thought that Wright came down and tugged McCarron before he got to first base. But it just talked up Noah Burning, but McCarron reaches on the E5. Hoptown helped the Rhythm out with 7 errors in yesterday's game. So the first assist by Madisonville in tonight's game. And Nolan Sargent, who has walked and been plunked. 0 for 0, but 2 for 2 on base, stands in. Looks at the pitch on the outside corner. Called strike. Got to be the most pitches delivered by Wyatt Burris this year. Other outings have been assumed less than 2 innings. The 0-1. Ground ball right back to him. Goes to second for 1, but Sargent beats out the throw as Burris double clutched before he threw to second. So McCarron is out 1-6. Jake Turr at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Full count's been shut out once this year. Up at Paducah, 6-0 loss. They have thrown 1 shutout of their own. It was 6-0 as well. Throw over. Sargent back in safely.
Okay. You know what?
Couple of looks over at first by Burris, and he delivers. Finally to Turr. Ground ball up the middle and diving attempt. And the toss to second base to try to get Sargent is not in time. That'll be an infield single by Turr and runners at first and second. A lot of base hits in the infield. Nice diving play there by Pete Britton.
First baseman number 4.
Has been diving everywhere. Susan calling yard card of Blake Carter right here. 2 outs, 2 on. Blake Carter with 2 home runs this year. You're saying he's going to go back-to-back games with home runs. She believes in you, Blake. Slow breaking pitch in there for a called strike. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to third and a ground out to the pitcher. The last 2 yard cards have been just little tappers or ground balls to the first baseman. Let's see if Carter can at least get it out of the infield. Swing and a miss, and the ball squirts by the catcher. He still can't find it. Now he's located it on the first H of the HHS. I believe it was a wild pitch as well.
Looks like I mean, well,
I wrote wild pitch in my score sheet. No, I think it's 0-2, which is what it is up there. Outside for ball one. Landon Ward on deck, hoping to get an at-bat, but he doesn't feel strongly about it as he's still wearing his shin guards. That's just what you do as a catcher. You don't want to take those on and put them on. Chopper to the left side. Coulter Hamilton gloves and throws to first and retires Blake Carter, who's now 0 for 3. And speaking of 0 for 3, we're 0 for 4 in the yard card department up here. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We are through 5. Madisonville with a 4-0 lead. We'll be right back for more Full Count Rhythm action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Evan Beckman is out for his 3rd inning. All outs he's recorded have been via the strikeout. He's got 6 punch outs. Safeware strikeouts, 11 in the ball game for Rhythm pitching of the 15 outs recorded. Logan Harrell started, went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of those were earned, walked 1, struck out 5. He faced 16 batters. Evan Beckman in 2 innings has faced 7. Trying to hold it close for a comeback by Full Count. It's hard to get Country Financial, Zach Williams Insurance Agency insurance runs when you don't have the lead. Zach, our newest specialty sponsor, former play-by-play man for the Rhythm right here at home, as Beckman nearly plunks Dylan Toller on the first pitch he delivers. Toller grounded out in the first, walked in the 3rd.
Honestly, I'll go with a K card here.
Andrew going K card. As the count goes, 2 balls and no strikes. He's been there before and still struck the batter out. Unless it was the single by Burning that he was 2-0 on. That one's on the outside corner.
Come on, son.
Dylan Toller from Sellersburg, Indiana. He's also a Kentucky Wesleyan Panther.
Like it.
Looks at an inside corner strike. And Beckman has fought his way back. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the delivery and a swing and a miss. And Landon Ward will throw down to first to complete the Safeware strikeout and our first K card delivered by Andrew Holmes.
And I said swinging too.
Well, you don't get anything extra for that.
Just brag.
Right, go to number 16, Ian Cartwright.
Ian Cartwright struck out his last time up, squares around a bunt and misses it, and it goes off the glove of Landon Ward. It's still a strike. You don't have to catch it. It helps, but you don't have to. So who's the only? That's Noah Burnings, the only minor who has not struck out tonight. One ball, one strike count. Cartwright 1 for 2. Montevallo also a purple colored team, along with the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. Madisonville brought some folks here to the ball yard tonight. They're all sitting on the first base side of the backstop, brought their lawn chairs. 2-ball, 2-strike count, and the pitch. Tapper up the middle, right side. Cade Moore tried to throw the ball down in the turf. They're not going to get Cartwright. That's going to be an infield single. He's 2 for 3. Moore took one extra step.
First baseman number 2, Cooper Wright.
Couldn't make the play. Eighth hit of the ball game for the Miners. Cooper Wright has one. He's 1 for 2. I'll go K card here. Ward trying to make sure he's got his feet underneath him. He calls timeout. Wants to go out and have a confab with Evan Beckman. Not sure if he's concerned about Ian Cartwright taking off or not. Cartwright 5 for 6 in stolen bases. Madisonville 69 stolen bases on the year. According to Game Changer, they've been caught 15 times. One 0 pitch, runner takes off, and pitch is grounded to third. Turr over to first base, gets right, and I lost my K card, but the Rhythm get the out on the play. Cartwright moves to second. Now Cliff Weisinger.
Left fielder number 3, Cliff Weisinger.
You fish for the best and worst of all time with the K cards.
He struck out twice, now 42 times on the year. Would be your best bet for a K card.
I gotta soak it in as much as I can because that homer did not go well.
Anyone you can get.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. It feel good.
Beckman now 2-0. Runner, he's a called strike. He called the strike a stolen base by Cartwright with no throw. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Another breaking pitch, not swung on, but called a strike. Six times Cliff Weisinger has struck out 3 times in a game. Could it be 7 right here? It is. Safeware strikeout. Sits down Weisinger for the third time tonight. And it's the 8th strikeout of the ballgame by Beckman as he strands another runner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Is the 6th inning going to be the inning that Full Count scores? Come on back and let's see together. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Wyatt Burris back out on the mound. He's got 84 pitches. He is going to begin the 6th inning. Not sure if he's going to finish it, but there is some activity in the Madisonville minor bullpen. First pitch swinging, Landon Ward fouls one down to Noah Burning, the third baseman for Madisonville. Minor scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. That's all the scoring so far. Ward 0 for 2. Ground out in a strikeout. Checks a swing. Jonathan Higdon down at first base says no, he did not go. Christian Moffitt's down at third base. Chris Judkins from Madison, Alabama behind the plate. Ground ball up the middle, and it will sneak on through. Landon Ward starts off the 6th inning with a base hit, and he's now 1 for 3. His 8th hit of the year came in hitting .280. That batting average goes up.
Started around 10 later.
Timeout. Landon Ward's got to take off all of his peripherals, hand them over to Carson Howard, also known as Pig. Says so right on his license plate. From Pack Road, Alabama. Now Elijah Stockton is 2 for 2. Can he keep it going? Get him another knock. Takes a cut. Barely gets a piece of that one. On deck batter Cade Moore will retrieve that. 4 hits out of the 7, 8, and 9 spot for Full Count.
First leadoff man on.
0-1 pitch from Burris. Catches the outside corners. He kind of crossfires that one to the left-handed hitting DH, Elijah Stockton.
That's a foot.
Stockton spoils the pitch off the screen. Did you strike him out? Whoops. There you go. Whoops, it's 0-2. It's a touch screen if you don't have it ready. Stockton waves the bat. Gets another piece of this one and over toward the new building, the dugout / locker room / workout room and batting cages for the Hendersonville High School. the Commandos that play right here at Drakes Creek, field number 3.
Ricky Henderson was that tonight.
That's a AAA autoglass. I think they probably do roofs now, too. I know they do shower glass. 0-2. Stockton fouls off another one. So the Britons are down in Fairview, North Carolina. The Burnings are in Brandon, Florida. Mike Harrell, he's in kind of in between Hendersonville and Gallatin. 0-2. And Burris gets Stockton swinging for out number 1. Third strikeout by Burris. He's now at 93 pitches. Caden Moore had an infield single in his last plate appearance, hoping that he can do something here in his final game in a Rhythm uniform. He is being shut down and grounds 1 to Burning. Over to second for 1, on to first, and a double play. 5-4-3 ends the inning as a nice stretch by Cooper Wright at first base on the delivery by Pete Britton. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Now 2/3 of the way, as Yogi says, it gets late early here at Drakes Creek Park. We'll be right back.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Evan Beckman on for his 4th inning. His last appearance was a start against the Hendersonville Flash right here at Drakes Creek Park. Full count with 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th to break the 3-3 tie in that ball game. Ryan Sweeney got the win pitching the 8th inning. J.C. Myers pitched the 9th. It was not a safe situation in that ball game.
Tear him up in thirds.
But 58 pitches in 5 innings delivered by Evan Beckman. He's at 45 pitches now. You've got the top of the lineup for the Miners: Pete Britton, Coulter Hamilton, and Noah Burning. First pitch swinging, grounds to second base. Caden Moore is going to run it over to first base and then underhand to Blake Carter for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Who else has said the future ain't what it used to be?
Sure what we're having a discussion about now. The umpires want to have a confab here. I don't think it has anything to do with throwing a bat. It might have something to do with hitting the catcher's mitt, maybe. Was it catcher's interference? I didn't see anything. See if I can see a replay here. You can watch it as well. Well, he did toss his bat way over to the on-deck circle, but Jonathan Higdon called him out, and then Chris Judkins wants to chat, and the meeting is over. Then there was a conversation, I guess, with the coach for the Miners, that's not Brian Campbell down there coaching third. That must have been him that Chris Judkins talked to, the home plate umpire spoke to. The bat was tossed way over toward the on-deck area. Coulter Hamilton, 1 for 3. It's one well out to center field. Lou DeLessio gets underneath that one and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs. A pitch away from the immaculate inning. Can he do it? I've seen it happen once. Nathan Rhodes did it for the Vol State Pioneers. Former pitcher for the Station Camp Bison. The only thing Noah Burning can't do right here is swing at this pitch. But he didn't get a chance to because Evan Beckman didn't put it on a tee for him. So, ball 1. That's when you throw it right down the middle of the plate and you dare the guy to swing at a pitch. Comes back with a slider in for a called strike. Burning is 2 for 3, doubled and scored in the first. Grounded out and had an infield single, waves and misses at that pitch. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burning from Bishop State Community College. No idea, but I'm guessing it's in Florida somewhere.
Yeah.
Tina and Eric Stewart, they're here at the ballpark. Host home family of Peyton Vaught, who got the 3-inning save yesterday's game. Inquiring minds want to know where Bishop State. Ground ball foul.
Might have to see and help with the rest of them. But I used to, when I was in middle school, I was thinking.
Ball 2 strikes. Mobile, Alabama, where Bishop State Community College is located. Oh, and Beckman comes high and tight to Burning, and a plunking has occurred. Chris Judkins going to go out and tell Beckman, hey, don't do that anymore. That's not very nice. Beckman said, but I didn't mean to. Now at 52 pitches, Nazir Bergen struck out his last 2 times he's come to the plate. My wife going fly hunting. That ball's well struck out the right field. John Paul Head on the run, and he makes the catch in front of the Country Hills Golf sign out in right center field. Well struck, but lines out to John Paul Head for out number 3. Does Nazir Bergen. Was at Lindsey Wilson. It was at Johnson University, now Jackson State University. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base, and Mike Harrell says it's time for a bomb. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Looks like Paducah's going to get their 10th win in a row. They lead the Hoppers 8-1, which will set up a showdown tomorrow up in Paducah. Full Count had a 10-game winning streak earlier this year. Paducah appears as though they will tie that. And Wyatt Burris back out for the 7th inning. And he delivers a pitch to Lou D'Alessio for ball 1. I'll check, make sure. There's a called strike to Burning. It is still Pete Britton at second base. D'Alessio over to Britton, who backhands and throws on to first base for out number 1 here in the 7th. Lou has grounded out to the second baseman 3 times tonight. He's 0 for 4. Now John Paul Head comes to the plate. Infield single in the first and a couple of ground outs. Came in hitting .465. Mike Harrell says, here it comes. We got to get somebody on base, Mike, before anybody can hit a 2-run homer. But he's ready for it to happen. Thanks to Kelly Burning as a part-time research assistant here on the Full Count broadcast. Mobile, Alabama was the correct answer. She did good, didn't she? She didn't even have to Google that. She's probably been to that community college a few times. I wonder, are they Division I or Division II? Do they stay in with like Shelton State? Do they move over to Division II? Is a 4-pitch walk, or was that a hit by pitch? John Paul Head, former football player, just football tosses his elbow pad over. That didn't, you don't think that was a hit by pitch, do you? You're going hit by pitch? Okay, I didn't know if timeout was called there. And all right, so John Paul Head does not walk. He gets struck. That's the second hit batter as Devin McCarron steps to the plate. Now it can, should we go ahead and just call it? Mike Harrell's calling the 2-run homer right now. Karen looks at a strike on the outside corner. It is JUCO. They used to have, I think, 16 JUCOs down there in Alabama, but they split, and 8 of them stayed in Division I in JUCO, and 8, I think, went to Division II. LSU, Eunice, over, obviously not in Alabama, but they had to play in the same district. As you hear the train a-coming, Johnny Cash rolling on down the track. AAA Autoglass foul ball over to the right side. Still some youngins here at the park picking up some squishy balls. All right, so Mike Harrell's calling yard card, I guess, right here. I'm going to go ahead and call yard card on an 0-2 pitch to Devin McCarron. Pitch is outside and in and out of the hand of Dominic Maldette. Stolen base for Head. Thought maybe he had made contact with the home plate umpire, but Chris Judkins apparently did not get in his way. And a 1-2 count. Wyatt Burris needs to throw a pitch that Devin McCarron can drive out of the ballpark. And a ground ball to third. It's foul. Count remains 1-2. 106 pitches, for Wyatt Burris. I think the most that he had was in the mid-50s during the year, or this summer. McCarron takes a ball down. He had 13 home runs with the Chattanooga State Tigers this past spring. 8 doubles, drove in 70 runs. Heading to Mercer, 6 foot, 205-pound rising junior from Stewart's Creek High School. He's a creaker. Got that one off the handle and drops it in, and that drops in front of Bergen. And a single puts runners at first and third. I assume that's a single. Ken, you got that? Was a base hit. Second baseman Pete Britton, and I keep saying that's Bergen out in right field. He's the center fielder. Ian Cartwright is the right fielder. Don't know why I want to say that that's Bergen out there. Got the 8th hit. Nolan Sargent at the plate with 1 out and 2 on. Looks at a slow breaking curveball for a called strike. 0 for 1, walk and a hit by pitch. Burris has scattered 8 hits. Rhythm now leading that category. And that ball gets by, and there's going to be the Framework Athletics first run of the game on a wild pitch. Or you got a wild pitch? I thought it bounced. Come and take a look. Come on. Is that right? Oh, okay. I think he called that after it happened. 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball to short. Gloved by Hamilton and throws over to first. Sargent is out. 6-3. Let's see if that looks like he's going down to block it, is what I saw. That's what I saw. That was the context clue I had, Ken. We're going to take a break. We're going to get a new pitcher. Is 111 pitches from Wyatt Burris. He's going to have to go get surgery and have his arm replaced. So we'll be back, see who the new pitcher is after this short break.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And there we go. Speaking of Bishop State Community College, Kobe Anchor from Lakeland, Florida, on in relief. This might be the first time that Kobe Anchor has pitched against Full Count. But we can check, as Andrew Holmes correctly predicted the pitching change, although I will have to say that was a low-hanging fruit right there. 111 pitches.
First pitching team that Bart ever played.
Kobe Anchor. You're going to have to just tell me. Come on, babe. Trying to find Kobe Anchor's
Third baseman number 3, Jake Turner.
statistical accomplishments. This is his 6th appearance of the year. And he is facing Jake Turr with 2 outs and a runner at third. And this is the time right here that Mike Harrell says the yard card is going to happen. Nope. Kobe Anchor got an appearance, a 1-inning appearance back on June 9th. Gave up 2 hits. That was at Madisonville. I think that was the 22 hit outpouring as he delivers a fastball swung on and fouled back. Turr is 2 for 3. Got a couple of singles and a ground out. Maldette will go have a confab with Anchor, Anker. The Bishop State Bottles. Bishop knows. All right. Who's our Bishop State D2? Kelly Burning, Bishop State. I saw the T-shirts on some folks at the Madisonville game the other day when we were over there. So Bullfrogs is a guess. That's not correct, is it? Surely not. Jake Turr is from the Tampa Spartans. That is a little soft little liner out to Pete Britton for out number 3. No 2-run homer, Mike Harrell. Nice try. But the Rhythm do get on the board. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are through 7, and the Rhythm going to have to play some ball here, see if they can come back against the Madisonville Miners. You're listening and watching on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association for the call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. The newest member of the Rhythm Ball Club is a former player, Lake Morris, from right here in Hendersonville High School. Played his freshman year at Belmont University this past year. And just now getting in his uniform number 1. Evan Beckman goes 4 innings. Gives up 2 hits. I got 8 hits for the Miners. Dominic Maldette will lead off. He's 1 for 3. Do we have a scorekeeper? Swing and a miss. Did he quit? Where'd he go? He docked his pay. Out to left field. Nolan Sargent makes a catch. Maldette, he keeps on running. He wants to run to second base, touch it, and come back. Getting his workout in.
Designated hitter number 21, Dylan Toller.
Andrew, we're playing baseball, buddy. Playing baseball. Got an out. Dylan Toller 0 for 2.
Yeah. So you did pitch count? Or what'd you press?
Line drive. It gets on the ground. Dug out of the dirt by McCarron, and he throws over to first base. I think we got a new first baseman. Jake Merrick is our new first baseman. Let's see if we got any other. Oh,
16, Ian Cartwright.
What's his pitch count at?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
see if I can text down to the dugout real quick.
We'll go with it. What was the first call?
A ball run if you're there, Andrew.
Swing and a miss by Ian Cartwright. Lake Morris trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here. His first inning out for the Rhythm. Been working up here at the Parks Department. Running the scoreboard that Andrew Holmes is running right now for some ball games that have happened here on Drakes Creek number 3. See him up here from time to time. Merrick is in at first base as the only defensive change for full count. Just over off the top of the screen and over on the first base side for a AAA autoglass foul ball. Cartwright is 2 for 3. He's got a couple singles and a run scored. Morris rocks and fires down low. So a former Commando pitching to a former Green Wave, Hendersonville High School and Gallatin High School battery. Jake Merrick from Farragut, the new first baseman, line down to the Miners bullpen foul. Morris has a sign. He winds up and delivers. Good thing that was a ball. Would have been another strikeout and another runner on base. Haven't had many of them tonight. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll come up with a verse. Full Count Ministries verse of the game, along with a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. And the breaking pitch missed somewhere. Guessing up. Ball 4 to Cartwright. He's been on base 3 out of 4 times.
First baseman number 2, Cooper Wright.
Cooper Wright, left-handed hitting first baseman's 1 for 3. Cartwright takes off on the first pitch. It's low and outside. Throw down as gets by Devin McCarron, and Cade Moore tries to deke the runner Cartwright, but that's his second stolen base of the game. Beckman goes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits. Ball gets by Ward. He quickly recovers. Madisonville, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Rhythm also have 8 hits. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Morris delivers. That's on the outside corner. 2-0 pitch. Catches that outside corner. Called strike. 2 balls and a strike on the batter. Count shows 0-0 on the scoreboard, Andrew. Breaking pitch misses down, and another stolen bag.
Yeah.
Chris Judkins letting everybody on the field know that it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And a runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tips it into the mitt, and we'll have a full count. Ministries, full count.
I added a few when I was redoing the count.
Morris kicks and deals, another walk. And runners now at the corners. Retired the first 2 on a line out to the left fielder and a ground out, and then a walk. A couple stolen bases and another walk brings up Cliff Weisinger, who has struck out all 3 times he's come to the plate. Rhythm don't need to allow any more runs here. It's a throw over to first. Wright is back in time. Beckman with 8 strikeouts did not allow a run in his 4 innings. Slow breaking pitch catches the outside corner, and that's what Weisinger's seen all game long. Nothing but strikes. He's playing in his 26th game, came in hitting .293, but he has got the hat trick of strikeouts tonight. Runner goes, swing and a miss. They're going to throw down. They're going to get the runner at the plate, and the tag, he's out. Trying to steal home. They get the play as they cut up to cut off the throw. And that is McCarron. 2-4-2. Caught stealing is Ian Cartwright. And Weisinger will come to the plate in the 9th. Good play there, good call. As Ward was throwing down to second, but cut off by McCarron and got Cartwright at the plate trying to swipe home. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 8th. And it is rhythm time. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Wyatt Burris went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, a run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 3, and plunked 2 batters. Faced 31 in his longest outing. I think Kobe Anchor will pitch to Jake Merrick, who came in for Blake Carter in the top half of the 8th inning. So Merrick from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, takes a called strike. Jake comes in hitting .380, playing in his 25th game. He has a 24-game on-base streak. Pops this one up in the infield. On the right side, Pete Britton calls off Cooper Wright. And there's the first out. Hate to ruin my on-base streak with a pinch hit, basically, appearance, but that brings up Landon Ward as Rhythm down to their final 5 outs. Burris looking for his first win of the year. He's 0-2. Drilled down the third base line, but just foul. I believe Kobianko would get a save in this situation, wouldn't he? Well, it clearly would. I guess down by 3, but let's say it was 6-1. Would he get a save going 2 1/3 innings? No.
3 runs are left.
Only when he comes in. It's not like if he gets 6 outs. Big overhand breaking pitch. Ward down in the count 0-2. Paducah not holding back on the Hoppers. They lead 10-2. Fulton Railroaders have come back. They now lead the Henderson Flash 5-4. That game's gone to the 9th. Playing that at Low House Field in the Twin Cities in Fulton, South Fulton. Count remains 0-2 to Landon Ward, who's 1 for 3. Reaches out and just touches that one, pops it to left field over his Weisinger, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That may be his first catch made out there, as the director of ministry has made he's made a appearance here in the press box. Are you bringing meat sweats up here? They already bring it? Okay. That's something a little bit extra right there from the softball folks, I thought. Elijah Stockton 2 for 3, looks at ball 1 outside. Did you get your new car from over in the middle part of America? Ball 2. Anchor came in and got the last out of the 7th. Wow, pitch by Wyatt Burris allowed the only run of the game so far for the Rhythm. John Paul Head was hit by a pitch. It's a 2-0, swung on a miss by Stockton. He stole second, moved to third on a single by McCarron, dumped in right field, and then scored on a wild pitch. 2-1 pitch, way high and outside. Cliff Weisinger still out there in left field. Nazir Bergen in center. Ian Cartwright at right. Nowhere else that Ian Cartwright could be but right field. Noah Burnings at third. Coulter Hamilton at short. Pete Britton at second. Cooper Wright is not in right. He's at first base, but he spells his with a W. And a ball 4 to Elijah Stockton, who's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Maybe now's the 2-run home run that Mike Harrell has prophesied. If it is, it's the first of the summer for Cade Moore, who had, I think, a handful of them at Trevecca this year. He had 6. That's back here. Make a play. Oh, just missed. Needed. Oh, Johnny Smithson's got it. Make sure to take that back to the merch pavilion, please, sir. Merch pavilion. They're closed. Bring it up here. I'll autograph it for you. The merch pavilion's closed. Moore sees a pitch go high over his head for ball one. That got off the press box roof and then came right back down to John Smithson, who had just left the press box. The director of ministry for Full Count Ministries. It's an important cog in the ministry wheel. Throw down, and Cooper Wright has to get on his big shoes. 2 balls and a strike to Cade Moore with Lou D'Alessio on deck. This game seems to have drug on and on here tonight. Got started a little bit late, 7:10. 2 hours, 26 minutes is just a bit inside. Tried to get the corner and missed. Well, pitch or pass ball there, Ken. It hit the turf. It hit the turf after it hit the backstop. That is the definition of wild pitch. And a 3-1 count to Moore. We need to go back and find out how many home runs Rhythm have hit here. Have not hit a lot. Moore got aggressive on the 3-1. Breaking pitch as well, the Full Count Ministries full count. Cade Moore playing in his final Rhythm game, being shut down by his head coach, Chase Sane, over at Trevecca. He's just mean, isn't he, Ken? Full count pitch. That's it. Well out the left field. Weisinger back. He's still going and makes the catch before the warning track. He got close with that 2-run homer, but just could not get enough on that one, and he flies out for the final out of the 8th. So we're going to go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. And to the top of the 9th we'll go. See if Lake Morris comes out for inning number 2. It does not appear so. We're going to have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen when we get back. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Chris Williard, we got a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. I thought he was off the roster. He was this morning when I checked. But apparently, Josh Carmen did some wheeling and dealing this afternoon and put him back on the roster. Dawson Sweeney out of Trevecca, right-hander, rising sophomore, 6'1", 200 pounds, from Hermitage, Tennessee. Went to Nolensville High School, the TBCA 4A All-Star in 2024. Son of Bobby and Shanna Sweeney, brother to Abby and Case, and the grandson of Paw in Jackson, Mississippi, and Nana in Abilene. And he is on for his 9th appearance of the year. It's his 7th in relief. 20 innings, 14 hits given up, 15 runs, 10 earned. 8 walks, 30 strikeouts, second on the club in that category. He has given up 5 home runs, which is tops on the team that has plunked 2 and a 1-1 record 4.50 ERA is Chris Judkins was waving at us about the pitcher. Okay, Dawson Sweeney wears number 28. Cliff Weisinger back in the box where he was when Hartright was caught trying to nab home on a double steal. Weisinger looks at the first pitch high and inside for ball 1. I want to thank Chris Williard and all the firefighters. They're going to have a, what is it, July 12th. They are sponsoring the game. Yeah, I got some special jerseys. I haven't even seen these jerseys yet. Swing and a miss on a 1-1. And again, Weisinger. Three strikeouts. Hoping he doesn't get the golden sombrero as that pitch goes high. Which is 4 strikeouts in a game. He has not had that happen this year. He struck out 3 times, I think 6 or 7 times. Never struck out 4. Check down at first base. Jonathan Higdon says he did not go. And a full count Ministries, full count to Weisinger the second. July 12th, Hendersonville Firefighters Night. So a week from today. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. Weisinger with the golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts. Now to the top of the order, Pete Britton, who's 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times, and he's also a strikeout victim. Noah Burning still the only minor to not strike out tonight. Sweeney delivers a fastball low and in. So here at Drakes Creek on July 2nd, or July 12th, next Saturday, Hendersonville Firefighters Night as we'll take on Paducah at home. They'll be wearing specialty jerseys honoring the Hendersonville Firefighters, and then we'll auction those off during the game. 2-0 pitch. That hits him. Sweeney plunks a batter. Second minor plunk tonight. Not sure if he got it in the leg or the hand. Walking slowly down to first base. Now to bring up Coulter Hamilton. Chris Judkins, our home plate umpire, looking down at first base to check, make sure that Britton is okay. Hopefully you were around for the first time when we auctioned off the Missions jerseys. You can have a lot of fun with it. Donate some money to the ministry as that breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike. I have not seen the jerseys, but I expect that they're a good looking jersey. No. Chick-fil-A has their own specialty jersey as well. Not sure they're giving those away. And Dawson Sweeney has just chucked one to the backstop for a wild pitch that moves Britton down to second base. 1 out and a runner at second. Hamilton 1 for 4 in the ball game, has an RBI and a run scored. Now a runner in scoring position. Chopper to third. That's a fair ball, they're saying, and throw over to first base. Wow, I thought that was foul for sure, but nice play by Turr. And on the play, Britton has to stay at second.
Number 8, Noah Burning.
So now with 2 outs, Noah Burning's going to step to the plate. 2 for 3. Got 2 hits, and he's been hit once. Ward stops that one from going to the backstop. Sweeney's slider low and in. After tonight, only 4 home games left in the regular season. Another breaking pitch that catches the plate at the knees. Burning looks to be pretty tall as well in the batter's box there. I'm guessing he's over 6 foot, maybe 6'2". Popped up a AAA autoglass over toward field number 2. Should be easy pickings for a youngster who's here. Not sure if that was Dawson Sandell after that one or James Dorn. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Changeup misses down. Sweeney trying to get Burning swinging so that every batter in the Madison Miners lineup walks home with a strikeout. And he does. He gets it on the inside corner. A Safeware strikeout ends the inning. Backward K as Sweeney gets 2 in the ball game. Rhythm have struck out. Oh, I got 15 strikeouts for full count Rhythm pitching tonight. It's going to have to be a walk-off win, or we're going to have to go to extras. We'll see. I think we might have a new pitcher in for Madisonville. We'll see when we return. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
No change in pitching for Madisonville as Kobe Anchor is going to try to finish this one out for the Miners. He's going to face the top of the Rhythm lineup, Lou D'Alessio, John Paul Head, Devin McCarron, as D'Alessio takes a called strike. Other 2 games have gone final. Fulton defeated Henderson 5-4, and Paducah got their 10th straight win after losing 7 straight. And that'll be a showdown tomorrow as the Rhythm will travel to Paducah for a doubleheader. 5:30 is game 1. Second game will be 30 minutes after that. 1-1 pitch to D'Alessio. A AAA autoglass foul ball back to the press box. What do they do with those foul balls if the merch pavilion has closed up shop? They're just hanging on to those $9 baseballs. 1-2 pitch to D'Alessio. 0 for 4 on the night. That misses wide. Got to figure out who our player of the game is. Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game. Maybe it's going to happen here in this inning. That ball is smoked, but well foul. D'Alessio got around on that one. Anchor left that one inside. Sweet Lou got all of that Rawlings. Jake Turr's got a couple of hits. Elijah Stockton a couple of hits. Full Count Ministries, full count. Evan Beckman maybe a candidate. 4 innings of 2 hits, shutout baseball. Struck out 8 of the 15 batters he faced. We can go pitchers. Somebody walks it off with a grand slam, though. That's who we're going with. Ball 4 to Lou D'Alessio. And he reaches base for the first time. Rhythm down by 3. And John Paul Head comes to the plate.
Right fielder, number 9, John Paul Head.
You're the only one without with a yard card left, Suze. You did? Who'd you call you? Oh, that's right. You did. She called it. It was a ground out, right? We were all out. John Paul Head chucks his bat. He's not happy, but he's on base. I'm heading to first. And a tying run. Devin McCarron comes to the plate. Brian Campbell, head coach for the Miners, comes out of the dugout. He's already made the call. We're going to get a new pitcher. A call to the bullpen for the Miners. Tell you about him when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Miners, Caden Wooldridge, is now in a save situation. Wooldridge from Wetumpka, Alabama, and a Montevallo University Falcon. On with nobody out, 2 on. Those are the responsibility of Kobe Anchor, who now he can't get a decision. Wyatt Burris, still the pitcher of record. Madisonville scored 4 runs in the first 2 innings, and so far they've made them stick. Jay Myers is calling yard card for McCarron. It's a good call. He let me down earlier, though. Wooldridge's 7th appearance of the year. It's his 3rd in relief. 19 in the 3rd innings.
Number 15.
15 hits, 15 runs. Only 8 of those are earned. It was walked 15, struck out 24. He has not been on in a save opportunity as of yet, at least according to Game Changer. But now Devin McCarron with a chance to tie it up with a big swing. He grounds one to the right side. That's a base hit in the right field. Here comes Will. They got 2 runners caught up. Runner at second is going to go to third, and they're going to score a run. Let's see if John Paul can stay in it. Nobody covering third. Now we got runners all over the place as finally John Paul Head gets tugged out. D'Alessio scores, but he wasn't scoring on the single. He went after the fact. So I guess McCarron's going to get a single, but no RBI. Is that correct? No RBI. D'Alessio ends up scoring on what turned into a circus act out there. And ultimately, John Paul Head gets tugged out. I think that was by the shortstop for out number 1. McCarron moves to second base on the throw. So that's a nightmare trying to score that. Now the tying run still at the plate. Nazir Bergen, the center fielder, talking to the first base umpire, Jonathan Higdon, about probably where he stands. Higdon not moving. Bergen trying to find a best view from his center field position. Nolan Sargent is 0 for 2. That's a big out right there that Madisonville just got. As John Paul Head thought they're going to check down at third base, and Christian Moffitt says he did not go. Third time that Wooldridge has faced the rhythm. Got the start in the very first game. Sargent takes a ball high. Got the start in the very first game between these two clubs back on June 3rd. 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, walked 3, struck out 2. Pretty good outing. 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. That was an 11-5 win by Madisonville here at home. Later, the Rhythm defeated Madisonville 11-5 at Madisonville. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. It should be 2 as Britton throws Sargent out at first base. As McCarron moves down to third. Britton's made a lot of outs over there at second base today. And now it's up to Jake Turr.
Third baseman number 3, Jake Turr.
Rhythm at Paducah tomorrow. Doubleheader back here at home on Monday to take on the Fulton Railroaders, and an off day on Tuesday. And back out on the road again as there's a pitch spiked. And that will result in a third run of the ball game and a wild pitch. And the Rhythm trail by 1. This is the least number of runs scored in any of the 6 games between these two clubs this year. 1-0 pitch to Turr with Jake Merrick on deck. He's hoping to get another opportunity. AAA auto. Nope, that catches the top of the screen. It's a foul ball, strike 1. Lost in thought. Ground ball up the middle. Hamilton gloves and throws to first for the final out. As the Rhythm fall to the minors. Score 2 in the bottom of the 9th, but can't get the equalizer. Fall 4-3. And a game that takes 2 hours and 49 minutes to complete. Winning pitcher is Wyatt Burris. He moves to 1-2, at least according to Game Changer. Losing pitcher is Logan Harrell, who falls to 2-1. And Wooldridge picks up his first save of the year. Madisonville gets their 10th win against 19 losses. Full count falls to 19-8. But still stay in first place. Paducah moves to 16-11. Staying in second place, the Henderson Flash fall to 14-13. The Railroaders get their 14th win against 14 losses. Hoptown goes to 10-18. And they stay in fifth place, and Madisonville stays in last place, 10-19. 40-game schedule for the Ohio Valley League. And we will name our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. It's Evan Beckman, the left-handed pitcher from Wright State University up in Dayton, Ohio, as he goes 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, struck out 8, did hit a batter, but faced 15 and had a great outing. Evan Beckman is your Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley for their support of Full Count Rhythm Ministries and Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Nobody hit their yard card tonight. Andrew Holmes did hit a strikeout card, a K card. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game found in the book of James, chapter 1. Thought about doing this one last night. Did not. Went to verse 5, but tonight we're going to go to 12, which says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." James 1:12 is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Wasn't pretty tonight for Full Counts. Madisonville scored 4 in the first 2 innings and made it stick. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Miners. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors up on the scoreboard for Full Count. And a big thanks to Kevin Criswell, our public address announcer tonight, sitting in for Tim Ferguson. And as always, the best scorekeeper in the league, Ken Stegall from the scorer's table. Did another fine job. Andrew Holmes on the clock operation tonight. Back. And Susan Reese, the director and producer of the show, on the OBS system and running our commercials and our score bug tonight. So I'll be back with you on the road tomorrow for a doubleheader in Paducah. Hopefully that air conditioning's working good in the visitors press box. Get to go see Doc Heidig, the groundskeeper for a long time for the Paducah Chiefs at Brooks Stadium. Appreciate all of those who sent a post in on Facebook today. Jay Myers did not get his yard card. Thought that might happen. Mike Harrell, he didn't get it either. He got a wild pitch card, though. He called it. Paula Sims, she checked in earlier, and appreciate her long time watching and frequent flyer miles here on the Full Count Broadcast Network, as does Vicki Maloney, of course, Jay Myers and Tina Myers, and all those who chimed in, even for the Madisonville Miners. Stephen Ardito, our bus driver for Anchor Transportation, he's checking in on YouTube tonight. Good to see you on here, Stephen, up in Clarksville, Tennessee. We'll see him tomorrow. Kelly Burning from Florida checked in, and I can't see, where do I have? Oh, here we got it. There we go. Jane Britton, Mary Jane Britton, watching from Fairview, North Carolina. Tina Stewart also checked in on the Wildcats. That's what Bishop State is. Okay. As I look back at the post now on YouTube, wearing the Bishop State Wildcats shirts. So maybe I'll see you the next time that we get to Madisonville, which I think is next Friday, the 11th. We'll be in Madisonville. Try to get the next victory. Rhythm 4-2 over Madisonville now this year. 8-7 all time, as the Rhythm fall to 150-73 overall. Madisonville 259, 324 according to my research. Well, that'll do it from Drakes Creek Park, field number 3. The Rhythm take the loss here at home, trying to get back right and stop the Paducah Chief winning streak at just 10 games. for John Smithson, the Director of Ministry for Full Count Ministry, and General Manager and Head Coach Josh Carmen. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for watching another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.